Hello, everybody. It's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here for the 13 days of Halloween treats, day 4 of the 13 days of Halloween treats specifically. How are you today, my friends? I hope you have had a fabulous day today. So yesterday I had a little bit of technical difficulty. That's just the best that I'm going to do for an explanation for you. And I actually was at an event for the Isaiah 117 house, more like a production day where we were creating little gifts for the local DCS workers. And so I had pre-recorded a video for the project for yesterday and had tried to upload it, and uploading was relatively unsuccessful. And to top it all off, I said that it was day 5 anyway, and it was actually day 4. So you didn't get a project yesterday at all, and I'm very sorry for that. But today I am here. This is day 4 of the 13 days of Halloween treats, and I'm going to do this one with you live, and then tomorrow the video will be pre-recorded and, knock on wood, uploaded for you to be able to watch pre-recorded, since I've already recorded it. Might as well use it. Oh, mackerel. So technology is a wonderful thing, but it's not always my friend. So with that in mind, let me get this out of the way and let me show you today's super cute little treat project. So Halloween is wonderful, and it's all about the candy, at least in my house. But you know what? Occasionally it's not about the candy, and sometimes we need to make little treats that are non-candy related. So this is that non-candy related treat, and I'm gonna show you. Let me see the little tag here. I got this from Dollar Tree, but Walmart has, maybe this was Walmart. Anyway, I think this was Dollar Tree, but Dollar Tree and Walmart both have a 12 pack of pencils that are like $1. And so this treat holder holds 3 of those little pencils. So you're able to do what, 4 treat holders from one package of pencils. So it's a really affordable and super cute little project. And so this is great for those opportunities where you really don't need candy and you just want some little fun, cute treat. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this project. I'm going to be using the Cutest Halloween stamp and punch bundle. So today we're going to be using the punch as well. We're using the, let me get the reflection off here. We're using the ghost punch right there. So we'll use that. We're using the little ghost outline and his super cute little face and hands there. And of course, remember that little dot is for his cheek, just like we had used on the skeleton the other day. So we're going to use that for the cheek of our little ghost as well. And then I'm using the layered circles dies. This one right here is the 3rd smallest of the scallops and of the straight circles. So the 3rd smallest makes our little label piece here. And this is pumpkin pie cardstock in the background, and then of course basic white, and we'll be stamping on basic white as well. Our treat base is basic black, and then we're using some of that cute Halloween designer series paper and the black and white gingham ribbon, which is on back order again. However, I think that we're going to see a quicker turnaround on it this time, so I'm super excited about that. All right, From there, you're going to need a piece of basic black cardstock that measures 2 inches by 11 inches. This is going to be the base of our treat holder. And then you're going to need a piece of designer series paper that measures 7/8 by 3 1/8 of an inch. And this is going to be the perfect size for the front of our little treat holder here, okay? And then I have my third smallest scalloped circle in pumpkin pie and my third smallest straight circle in basic white. All right, and then of course I have a scrap of cardstock, basic white cardstock that I'm going to be stamping and punching out that little ghost. All right. Now, I have a template here for you, and like I have done on the other treats, I will have this template as well as all of the measurements, supply list, instructions, and everything on my blog this evening, so you'll be able to find it there. But you can see it's the 2 by 11 inches, and we're actually going to do a couple of score lines across the long side first. And then our score lines on the short side, a couple of them are not going to go all the way. So we're going to have a nice little 1/2 inch strip on either side that we can use as a scrap, okay? So let me just set that out of the way and grab my paper trimmer. And let's see if I can get it in here. Slide things a little bit. There we go. All right, our first mark is going to be at 3 1/4. So we're scoring on the long side, and our first one is at 3 1/4. The second one is going to be at 3 1/2. Now we're doing this one first so that we can save that 1/2 inch on either side, okay? So then you want to turn it to the short side, and we're going to score the first line at 1/4 of an inch on this side, and we're scoring up to that second line, okay? So I'm going to just bring this up to the second score line there. All right, just like that. And then I'm going to move it over to the 1/2 inch mark, and this time I'm going to score all the way up the piece. Okay, so scoring all the way up. All right, now I'm going to slide the piece over, and we're going to measure from this side of the cut track. I'm going to start at the 1/4 inch mark, and I'm going up to the second line just like I did on the other end. So only up to the second line. Okay, and then I'm going to move over to the 1/2 inch mark, and I'm going to score all the way up. All right, so now we have our piece, and I can move my trimmer out of the way. And I don't know if you can see the lines really well, but we've got 2 lines on either side here, and then 1 line down the middle here. And actually, I'm going to bring my trimmer back in because I'm going to cheat just a little bit. I'm going to move my score blade out of the way. I'm going to line my paper up at the 1/2 inch mark on this side, and I'm going to go ahead and cut right up close so that way I can get a nice straight edge here because I am not so good at straight edges. And then I'm going to come over to the 1/2 inch mark on this side, and I'm going to do the same thing. So there's a little cheat sheet. Oh, but you don't want it to slide, do you? A little cheat sheet if you want to, but you don't have to. If you're good at cutting on a straight line, by all means do that, but I am not. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut this little section off, and that gives us that 1/2 inch strip that we'll be able to save for some other project. There we go. And it looks like I didn't quite get cut through. There we are. And there. So now I have these 1/2 inch strips I can save for something else later. And then you'll notice that you have 2 little squares here and 2 little squares here, okay? What I want you to do is cut the first square completely in between the 2 there, and then at this line, cut again, and that's going to remove that 1 square all together, all right? So again, I'm going to cut in between the 2 squares here, and then I'm going to cut between the squares and the rectangle here, so it removes the square. Now I'm going to miter my little square here because this is actually going to end up being one of my tabs. Come back around and I'm going to miter this one as well. Alright, that's all the cutting that we're going to do, okay? So you should have 2 long rectangles that are skinny, the rectangle in the center, then this little skinny rectangle that goes this way, your 2 little tabs, and then your back panel. Alright, that's what you're looking for. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and burnish our score lines because this is a box. And whenever we do boxes, we want to make sure that we have nice, crisp score lines. Bring this end in and score it, or burnish it rather. There we go. Flip it around. Bring it all the way in, burnish the line. Bring it to that first line. Burnish that line, burnish the little tab, and now we can fold it in and burnish these score lines. So I'm going to make sure that my edges line up with my score lines on the front. And then again, when I fold on the second line, there we go. Now we have all of our score lines lined up beautifully, okay? Now this is the top front, okay? So top out is top like this. This is going to be the back of our holder, which is going to be the little platform that our pencils line up on. So you can see here it's just a little strip of cardstock that the pencils rest on, and then we will tuck those little tabs and wrap the flaps around, and they're going to glue just like that. Okay, so to show you that again, there are 2 long skinny rectangles on either side. The outside edge one is the one you want to put adhesive on, and it's going to wrap around the tab and attach to the back of the box. All right. But before we attach that, we want to attach our DSP here. So out is top, top is out. So I'm going to grab my Stampin' seal. Let me put some adhesive right here. There we go. Alright, and we've got just a little sliver of space all the way around. And then I'm going to use liquid glue. And because I want to tuck these little tabs, I'm going to put just a couple little dots of liquid glue on them. And then I'm going to put liquid glue on my outside rectangles. So the little rectangle on the outside edge, that's the one I'm putting the glue on. That's my tab, okay? All right. Now I'm going to bring this around, and I'm going to bring my flaps around and kind of catch my tabs as I'm doing that. Okay, there we go. And just like that. Now you want to be kind of careful about lining up the edges here. This is why I'm using my liquid glue, so that I have just a minute to line up my outer edges right here. And then bring this side around and do it on this edge as well. Okay. Just like that. All right. Now I can bring my bone folder in and give it a nice little press to really get it situated. And now we have our little pocket box for our pencils. Okay. So let me put my pencils down inside here, and this is a good snug fit for the 3 pencils, so it's perfect. Holds them in really nicely. Okay, there we go. Very cute. All right, now I want to take some of my gingham ribbon, and I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be about 10 inches, but I'll untie it and see. Let's do this and get a good measurement here. All right. I'm saying 10 inches. We'll see how it goes here. Okay. All right. Look at that, 10 inches. All right. So 10 inches of ribbon makes the bow that wraps around our little treat holder. Not too shabby of a guess. All right, now let me retie it here. You can have it a little bit longer or a little bit shorter if you want to. It's up to you, though I probably wouldn't go any shorter. It may be a little hard to get it tied if you go a little bit shorter. But 10 inches is a good number so that you're not wasting ribbon, and you get a nicely sized little bow here. Okay. There we go. Pull that down just a little bit more. There we are. Beautiful. Okay. Now that we've got the ribbon done, now we need to do our stamping and punching. And so I recommend when you're stamping the little ghost, in order to get him to fit inside the punch easily, you want to punch him at a diagonal like that, okay? Because the way that the punch sits, it gives you the opportunity to put it in there without this edge of the cardstock getting in the way. So if you punch him straight up and down, in order to twist him around to fit inside the cut there, you'd have to put it down here, and then this edge of the cardstock would get stuck. Ask me how I know, because I stamped it that way the first time. All right, so let me put my little ghost face on. Super, super cute. And then my Flirty Flamingo ink, just like I did with the skeleton, I'm going to stamp it off on my scrap paper one time, and then put it right on his little face. Just like that. So cute. It's hard to think he's spooky when he has such cute little cheeks, huh? All right, and then I'm going to bring it around, and you can easily see what I was talking about with the cardstock being turned at an angle. Now I can get rid of all of these scraps. Okay, let's assemble this project, shall we? I'm going to use dimensionals in between each of the layers. So I'm putting dimensionals on the back side. Oh, hold on. Ah! Do as I say, not as I do. We didn't finish our stamping. Hello. We've got to stamp Hey Boo. Oh my gosh, that was almost catastrophic. Okay, so my stamp says Hey Boo, and it's all one line as you see here. But as you can see on my project, I've stamped Hey and then Boo. So let me just show you how I did it. And first and foremost, I need to clean my stamp because I didn't get that done yet. So let me get it cleaned really good. All right. Now, the wonderful thing about photopolymer stamps is that you're able to see through the stamp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up so that I can see, and I'm inking up only the hey and the comma. Okay, so I'm going to bring it in just like this, right at the edge of the ink pad. And then I'm going to stamp hey. All right, and then I'm going to clean my stamp again. Very, very important to clean the stamp really well. If you don't clean it super well, you'll end up seeing a little phantom halo, and that is so frustrating. But it happens to the best of us, and the reason is because your stamp just doesn't quite get cleaned good enough, okay? So now I'm doing the same thing with the boo. And I'm bringing it in, hold it down for just a second, and now we have hey boo. All right, perfect. Okay, now we can put the dimensionals on the back. My goodness. All right, there we go. We love the dimensionals. And then we'll line this up nicely right over the center of our scallop circle. And then I'm going to put one more dimensional right over here to the side. And this is going to be for our little spooky friend. Okay, so just like that. All right. Now, the box is fairly small and our label is pretty big, so we know that we need to stick with the center of our piece. So I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals right down the middle, and then that's going to be it, okay? This is going to keep me from putting dimension off the edges, which makes a sticky mess and makes it hard for us to be able to gift the project without it attaching itself to literally everything. All right, and then I'm going to put that right there in the middle, and then our project is almost complete. Now what we need is some of these super cute little star embellishments. They're adhesive backed sequins, and we're going to use the orange ones. I'll put one up here. I'll put one with my little friend. And then I'm going to put one more. Well, that one wants to attach to me. One more down here. Okay. There we go. All right. Well, there you have it, friends. Project number 4. So day 4 of the 13 days of Halloween treats. Super cute, non-candy related treat. I absolutely love it. And while we're here, let me go ahead and do a quick recap of the days because, you know, it got a little hazy there yesterday. So this is day 3. It's that super adorable little Kit Kat holder. Day 2 was the caramel apple pop, which was very cute. And then the first day was that Reese's Take 5 treat holder. So very, very cute. And of course I've got all the candy things and then the non-candy thing going on here. So stay tuned for tomorrow's treat holder. Actually it won't be tomorrow, oh my goodness, because tomorrow's Saturday. This is Friday already. So it will be Monday's treat holder. And be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a lot of fun too. I think you're going to love it. And stay tuned, okay? So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go down and hit the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up if you like the project. And YouTube will notify you whenever the other videos post. So that's always a good thing. And then be sure to visit my blog at thestampinchick.com to get all of the measurements and the templates that you can print out for all of the projects that we have completed so far. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's project, and I look forward to seeing you again on Monday. And have a fabulous weekend. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.